There's a space between wanting and becoming something. Do you know what that space is? That space is here. That space can be peace and tranquility, or it can be hell, however you frame it. What does that space look like for you? Is it a garden? Are you tending to it? Or are you suffering in the depths of hell and everything's burning in chaos? It looks like the world is in you. Remember, people, what's going on inside you is a reflection of your outside world. So ask yourself, can I hear the birds humming? Or the bees humming and the birds singing? Is it rainbows and sunshines and blue skies? Or are you down in the dumps? Heaven and hell is a state of mind, people. It's not this big, you're going to be cast, your soul's going all 1,000 billion million feet down in the depths of the earth, and you're going to burn forever, eternally. That's what Dogma wants you to believe. And it's not some, I'm going to be transported to heaven where there's streets filled with gold and blah, 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 blah. Can't wait to get to the golden gates. If you believe that, great. More power to you. But the moment you start to reframe your concept of that space between hell, your lower nature, and heaven, your higher nature, there lies a space. And that space is where all the magic happens. That space is going to teach you a few things about yourself. That space is going to ensure you're either going to be the best of the best or the worst of yourself. So my question to you today is, what space have you been living from and operating from? What does that look like? Are you coming from a space that allows you to explore yourself? Or are you operating from a space that keeps you timid and like a hermit? You don't want to branch off, you don't want to do anything. You just want to stay stagnant. And if that's you, more power to you. I got to meet you where you at on your journey, right? People, we got to wake up. We have to wake up because it's 2026 and we operating like it's 96. You got to update your hard drive, people. And once you do that, your world will change. You operating from a different operating system. I tell you all the time, when was the last time you upgraded your iPhone? If you do that all the time, why aren't you doing that to your own intellect? You are the operator. You have the manual. No one has that for you but you. Why are you afraid to use it? Imagine where you can be if you just, programmed yourself. Think about when you watch TV. It's called television programming. It's programming something. Even YouTube. Watch what you put into your algorithm feed. Watch who you subscribe to. That's what I always tell y'all. Take what you like, leave what you don't. But if you do like it, make sure it's programming you to be the best version of yourself. Make sure you're consuming content that is going to bring you joy. Let me rephrase that, because some of y'all just like, y'all thrive off of toxicity. That's joy to y'all. So just make sure that it's worth your while and it's going to allow you to reap the benefits by the time and effort that you're putting into that thing. But today I want to talk about the space. What I'm learning, is day 15. And I'm operating from a space of abundance and opulence and a space of being, how can I put this? I'm hopeful for what the future holds. Um, I'm operating from the space of being a go-getter, being not afraid. It took me so long to start my YouTube channel because I was afraid about what people would think. I was afraid how my voice sounded. I was afraid how I was going to look. No, just me. Same Carhartt coat, my heated vest under here because it's cold, my hat, my glasses, and my mic, and I'm walking. I don't care what I look like. I don't care what I sound like. Quite frankly, I don't care if nobody even watches this. I'm proving to myself that I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. I made my first batch of sourdough cookies, y'all. Dialing that in. The crazy part about it is I literally, watched a lot of like YouTube shorts and, a couple YouTube videos regarding recipes. And then I use my intellect to work with tech, which is ChatGPT, and I basically programmed it, from to have a framework of what I wanted it to produce for me. I told it who it was, what experience it had, and what I needed it to do for my business. And it did that. And what's crazy about this is I followed the directions step by step, and literally we made the cookies. And for me, this is what I gotta watch out for, is because I don't eat sugar. I haven't ate sugar in a very long time. When I mean sugar, I mean processed sugar. I don't typically do brown sugar or granulated white sugar. I don't do it. But the moment I had this cookie, I wanted 3 more. They were good, but I know they weren't good for me. But again, I'm operating from a standpoint that's trying to start a business. And to be honest with you, you don't really make a lot of money off of cookies. It's an added value product. But so my wife, she had a half of one because obviously she breastfeeds, and my daughter doesn't do good with the byproducts of milk, which is why we typically eat very clean, just because it's shit in everything, man. And why are we as humans the only mammal that eats and drinks from another mammal? Okay. So it just doesn't make sense. So with that being said, my wife thought they were phenomenal. And then she took, I think, like 5 or 6 to work for her coworkers. And it's kind of hard because you tell somebody, I make cookies, try these out, let me know how it tastes. And it's just like, all right, do you really, like these, or are you just saying it because you don't hurt my feelings? Like, I want honest feedback. But it's neither here nor there. But she got really great feedback from a lot of different people because they were like, man, it's a good cookie. I don't know what it is about the sourdough aspect of it, but it's a good taste. And so for me, that was just like everything that I needed to hear, because I'm like, okay, we own something. And she gave it to her one coworker whose mom was a baker, and they had a bakery. So she grew up in the bakery for most of her life. So she gave us some constructive feedback that was not even constructive. It was just good to hear. She was like, if I were y'all, I would just make this little tweak here about the chocolate that we use, which, I mean, we didn't use bad chocolate, but, she was just telling us to, like, mix it up a little bit, as far as, like, a little bit of, milk chocolate or dark, we use semi-sweet chocolate chips. Again, yeah, I could have copied somebody's recipe, but I use ChatGPT and I'm not a baker, so I'm not going to sit here and be like, I was going to just keep trying recipes until one, stuck. No, I didn't have it in me to do that. Now, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but I just didn't have it in me. But I'm operating from a mindset of optimism. I'm using the resources around me. I could sit back and say, oh man, I don't know how to do this. Would somebody please show me the ropes and how to do this? No, don't work like that. It don't work like that at all. So you have to be able to operate from a place of being a go-getter. Yeah, you probably sitting on your couch right now watching me. Thank you, by the way. Get my views up. But in all seriousness, what are we doing? What have we been talking about the last couple of days? The last 15 days since the new year started? How are you moving the goalposts? Are you still stuck in the space of 2025? Or are you already halfway through the year? I'm thinking about plays 6 months from now. I just set up my term life insurance for myself. Well, it's a policy on me for my wife and my children, so that, if I'm gone, they have money to pay the house off and college and just to be straight, My wife already had her policy. I wasn't able to get my policy when she had hers because of my driving record and, my struggles with alcohol that I had in the past. So, with that being said, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Now I'm good. I'm straight. Now they taken care of. My premium is a little bit higher, but it is what it is. But you got to be a go-getter. Are you planning for the next 6 months, 6 to 12 months? Or are you only worried about tomorrow? Now, get it. If you want to bring up Maslow's hierarchy of needs, some of y'all just really focused on how to eat, how to get a nice hot shower, how to pay your light bill or your rent or your mortgage. I get it. So you're in a constant state of hustle and bustle. But that's not always the case. This is coming from somebody who works 2 full-time jobs. I've been up since 10 o'clock last night. And before that, I took a 3-hour nap. So I got probably 3 hours of sleep in the last 48 hours. This is not for the weak-hearted, family. But I know this is going to be a means to an end. I'm not saying you got to be like me. But I am saying identify where you can hustle or how you can hustle harder. I'm not advocating for you to work until you're tired, damn near dead. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm doing what's best for me. Or what I think is best for me. And I know it's not an every day for the rest of my life kind of thing either. But right now, while I have the willpower, while I have 2 legs, 2 arms, and my brain to use, I am going to max it out to its fullest capacity. Some of y'all just think that it can't happen for you. And I'm here to tell you it can. If you can believe it and you can see it up here, then it could be out here. It can happen for you. But some of y'all just stuck on stupid. Like, maybe not even stuck. Y'all just stuck in a rut. Like, it's like your left or right leg is just hunkered down by cement. And you're trying to pull it, but you can't pull it. You can't get out. You got to get out of that. You got to get out of that mindset. What have you been through in life that you came out of on the positive side? That when you got out of that situation, you was like, damn, man, I barely made it, but to the glory be to God, like, man, it happened for me. Or you surprised yourself by accomplishing whatever it is that was on your plate that was so tough that you couldn't even fathom that you would get through it. And you did it. Package that up and monetize it. Put that together, whether it be an Instagram page, a YouTube page, a product, a service, whatever. It's time to create your own economy. No more gatekeepers. No more operating from this space of lack. We operate from a space of abundance. I have no fear. I do everything well. I know what I want. I get what I want. I got what I want. I know it. Say that to yourself. Look yourself in the mirror. I have no fear. I have no lack. I know what I want. I get what I want. I got what I want. I know it. Imagine how that starts to change your whole vibration. I have no fear. I do everything well. I know what I want. I get what I want. I got what I want. I know it. How about you record yourself saying that and put it on a looping feedback and see where that gets you? Maybe you start your day off listening to that. See what happens. Listen, it's so hard breaking the bonds that we have with our old selves or our lower selves. And it's really hard to get acquainted with the higher version of ourselves or the best image of ourselves. It really is. It's like your ex seeing you with your new thing, and they just see how happy and how bossed up and how you moving about this earth. It's kind of hard to see that, especially if it was your fault, right? You don't want to see that. That's the point I'm trying to make here is it's your ego. The moment you get down and do them push-ups in the morning, your ego like, man, go eat that cookie. Or, come on, man, you can go get some wings. You know what I'm saying? For happy hour, after the game, whatever. It's all that. It's you versus you. It's you. Every time you got a positive thought, it's you. It's your other half saying, come on, man, you know you ain't got to go do that shit. Stop playing, bro. You got to program yourself when you have a negative thought. When you say, I could never do that. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. You the best shit since sliced bread. Fuck is you talking about? You got to have positive reinforcement. Talk to yourself. It's the boss voice and it's the bitch voice. Which one is it? You got to be able to identify that. What space am I in? Am I boss talk today or am I bitching today? Is it the bitch voice or is it the boss voice? Which one? And once you identify that, you can really start to move about your day and to be able to compartmentalize where you at and where you struggling. What hurdles you need to get over. But until we do that, we just going through the constant loop feed. It's a constant loop feed every day. Every day. It's time to wake up, y'all. Everybody is living their best dreams. Or what they show on social media, right? So, all I'm saying is, why not show what you doing to the world? Hell, we spend all day on these phones. How is it that we got smartphones and can't make no money off of it with our dumb ass? That don't make sense. Don't make sense at all. Most people finance it. So we don't even own it right away. We just gotta have the newest one. We gotta have the newest phone to do what with it? To be consumers and not to produce. Have you looked on the back of most things in a store? It says made in China, produced in China. I advise everybody to go get you a product off Alibaba. Put some time and some effort into it. And put it up on Amazon. See what it do. Or use Shopify. And get it out the mud. Out your garage. No more is it, oh man, I could never do that. Or I don't know how to do it. No, you do. We have technology working to our greater good, y'all. And some of us just like, oh man, that's scary. Sending my money over to Alibaba. Start small. Hell, get you a 1,000 count of pens for however much it's gonna cost. It can't cost that much. Put your own brand on it. Now you selling Tice Bateman pens, ink pens. Get the first iteration here, stateside. Once that comes in, see how your pen work. Then you taking notes, you asking people to try it out. Man, what you think about this pen? Is it comfortable when you write? They said, no, I wouldn't do this. I'll change it up. I'll put some arrow It's just something, to make it right smoother. We put so much, we check ourselves out of the game before we even get a chance to start or even check in. We don't even allow ourselves to dream. It's okay for us to dream. It's okay for us to be like, man, I wonder if I ever design what it would look like. We never do that. We so busy just doing things for other people. We forget what it's like to dream. When we sleeping at night, we just freely, and on the astral plane, just going to check out this person. Oh, what's up, Grams? Damn, my grandma in my dream. We so fluid. We just so fluid. Our thoughts are just, man, we asleep. We in our ideal life. And then when we wake up, we remember, oh man, we back in reality. When in reality, it's the opposite. Our dreams should be lived on this earth. And we should be asleep when we're really sleeping. Instead, it's the opposite. We're living in reverse. We're asleep while we're alive. Sleep, as they call it. Sleep. That don't make no sense to me. How is it that we live on God's green earth where there's water, birds, animals, vegetation, trees, flowers, all to the good, all the healing properties that it has. And yet, we're just so toxic, bagged up, and hurting, suffering from trauma. We got everything we need right in front of us to heal ourselves. But yet, we distracted by entertainment, by sports, by celebrities, by food, by sexual desires, lust, by material things that don't mean nothing. They don't mean nothing. It's just material stuff. It's like when you've been like, I'm gonna go get that car, Then you get the car, you see 50 other people with the car, and you're like, I don't want it anymore. You just want to go stunt on somebody. You just want to pull up on somebody, yeah, this is my new ride, check me out, y'all. Yeah, you want to, come on, I drive, yeah. Every other time you worry about gas money, but this time, yeah, you got a new car, yeah, I drop you out, bro, where you at it? That's bullshit. Listen, I'm not perfect. I've been that guy before. But I'm waking up. I'm really seeing this ain't about nothing. We so worried about making money. And listen, I'm not perfect. I struggle with this too. I worry about making money too because I'm trying to get out of this system to buy back my time. But when you think about it, paper money ain't shit. It's a receipt that somebody owes you. But they moving away from that. It's finna soon. Well, it ain't finna soon be. It's zeros and ones in a computer system. It's digital now. It's been digital, but now it's very apparent. You got kids on these video games talking about some, Dad, I'm trying to hit the store in the game. What? I need $50 so I can buy stuff in the game. The metaverse, or whatever you want to call it. What are we talking about? So you don't even want no real money. You want me to give you my credit card or my debit card so that you can go buy some fake stuff in the digital world. You don't want to be in the present world where you can actually feel it. That's crazy. And they're getting these kids at a young age and they're brainwashing them that way. But ask yourself this, what space are they in? They're in a virtual state. That's their space that they're in. They're not in the physical realm. They aren't in the physical realm, but they're in the digital realm. Man, I'm telling y'all, go back and watch The Matrix. The Matrix was really a documentary, y'all. I heard somebody say that, I forgot who, probably 3-4 years ago. And I bought it that day. And on Amazon Prime. And I went back and watched it. And it's like, bro, it's so powerful when you look at it. It was way before its time, too. way before its time. I mean, pretty soon we're going to be just relying on technology and this matrix for everything. Our food, our medicine, you name it. It's crazy. These kids today don't even want to learn how to drive. Here it is. My niece is, she got to be probably, 19 now? I think this is her, no, this might be her sophomore year in college. She's wrapping up her sophomore year in college, which is crazy. And she still don't want to learn how to drive. I mean, she had my parents, you know what I'm saying, pick her up and drop her off. She takes the bus sometimes, and it's just like, man, at 16, I was itching. At 15, I was itching to get my learner's permit and learn how to drive. I saved up about $8,000 to buy my own car. It was a 2001 Chevy Red Impala with a sunroof and tan leather seats in there. Well, I thought you couldn't tell me nothing. It was mine too. Man, you couldn't tell me. My mama couldn't even say, that's my keys, give it to me. No, it's my car. I live at your house, but it's my car. I was home when she told me to be home, but it's my car. Let's get that straight. That was my first sense of independence. My first sense of having my own. And it was an ego trip too. It was me saying, yeah, I have arrived. I'm a man. I was a little boy. Because then that led to me being mobile. That led to me being able to do whatever I wanted to do when my mom didn't know what I was doing. High, drunk, driving, kicking it over this girl house, that girl house. I was taking care of my business. I mean, my grades never dropped. But I was mobile. I mean, that just opened me up to so much stuff from the world. And it partly led to, who I am today, which I have no regrets. And I think I turned out very well. But imagine what life would be like for me if I never would have found out what alcohol was and marijuana was, or if I was having sex underage. I would be very green behind the ears, as they say. I would still have my innocence about me, that childlike innocence, which we're all striving to get back to. We won't admit that, but it is. It's a part of us that we're searching for outside of ourselves that reminds us of our childhood. I tell people this all the time. Whatever it is that you used to do as a kid, that you just could spend hours doing, on and on. Your mom had to say, girl, come here, stop doing that, or get off that game, or whatever it is, or stop drawing so much. That's what you should be doing. If you was playing an instrument, if that's what it was, cool. Whatever it was, if it came natural to you, that's your gift. I don't care what nobody says. That's your gift. Because at some point, whatever you train your mind to say that, I'm supposed to be doing this is my calling, but you don't like what you do, you're going to revert back to your gift in life. That's a promise, my friend. That is a promise. And I'm realizing that for myself. For me, my gift was art. And what's crazy is I went to a trade high school, Raleigh Tech here in Milwaukee, and I loved everything about construction and carpentry growing up. I used to watch This Old House on the weekends and just be in awe of man, you could really do this to a house. This is alchemy. You could take off the old. That got me interested in real estate. And it's crazy because I was a construction major in high school, and I had half days my senior year because my grades was good, and I was mobile, so I worked for this construction company probably about 30, 40 minutes outside of the city limits, and pretty much, I worked for this guy for 2 summers in a row, and finally, the final summer, I was sitting down with some of the older guys. They were probably in their 60, 70. I mean, it could be 80 something, 80, 90 something now. But they was like, man, listen, young man, if you got the opportunity, because I was telling them, I'm kind of a rock between the hard, but I got all these scholarship money. I didn't have a full ride or anything, but I had individual scholarships that I applied for that was like, 1,000 here, 2,000, 300 here, 500 here. So I probably had like 10 grand in scholarship money, and I was taking out the rest in loans, student loans, which is another scam, by the way. So if you can pay those off or you don't have to take them out at all, don't do it. Okay, I'm so glad I got rid of mine. But those old guys said to me, young man, if you got the chance to go to school, do it. And I'm like, yeah. They's like, man, our bodies is like beat up. We don't want to do this. I'm like, man, I should listen to them. They right. I need to go off to college. Now, college was one of the best 4-year stretches of my life. No responsibility, partying, girls, and college was a blur to me. To be honest, if I'm being quite honest, right now it's a blur. That's not something I'm proud of. Very good time though, but not proud of it. Because I wasted 4 years of my life. My brain was still developing. So when I look back on that time though, with those old guys, it's almost like I should have said to myself, what is it that I really want to do? Because still to this day, sometimes I just want to drop what I'm doing and go sign up for an apprenticeship. But now in my head, I say to myself, because I like to operate from a space of lack sometimes. I told you I'm not perfect. I'm like, man, I should go start me a plumbing business, go be an apprentice, and go start a construction apprenticeship or a plumbing or electrician apprenticeship. Because I genuinely like real estate. I like taking something old that nobody wants and bringing it up to real market value. Like, I would love to go buy a block in the hood. Most investors probably wouldn't want to do that because they feel like it's a waste of time, but I genuinely would just love doing the work myself and be like, wow, look what I just did. And then you do that once, all money in, push it in to the center of the table. Do it once, see the value on it that you get back, and then go find the next one. The game Monopoly to me was so cold growing up. And when you're growing up, you just think it's a game. But as you start to get older, in your, late 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, you see Monopoly was a whole play. You got kids in suburban areas who are having Monopoly tournaments because their families are instilling in them what it's like in real life. This ain't a game that you just get bragging rights for. That's what we do in the hood, right? We say to ourselves, yeah. Give me my 200. You go to jail, I don't know about y'all families, but my family, we used to get real. Those Monopoly games used to get intense. But it's real out here, man. You got to understand what space you operating from. As you know, I always got my little notes for the day. I won't be before y'all long, but I'm going to leave y'all with this. Define the space from here on out. When you wake up, I'm living in heaven today. It's heaven on earth, baby. Heaven on earth. That's where I am. I'm on God level. Not literally, but figuratively. Yeah, I'm on my God-ish today. Yeah, I don't know what hell is. I have no fear. I don't know what hell is. I know what I want. I get what I want. I got what I want. I know it. Positive self-talk. Make that a habit, y'all. Remind yourself what this space and this season feels like. Because when your ideal situation comes, when you continue to visualize it, and one day you're just gonna wake up, remind yourself, because there's gonna be somebody coming behind you, somebody that's older or younger, and you're gonna say to them, hey, keep going, bro. It's gonna work out. They're gonna be like, man, who are you? Why are you talking to me about this? And you're gonna be like, hey, I was you once. And to them, it's gonna be annoying. But at the same time, if they got little bit of wisdom about them, they'll take that information and run with it. So constantly remind yourself of what this feels like, because one day you're gonna be able to pay it forward to someone in need, to remind them just how great they are. Let's see here. Why most people quit in this very stage in space is they have no hope for the future. The future is bright. It's no better time than now. Don't worry about the economy. Don't worry about tariffs. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about what he say, what they say, what you look like, what you don't look like, what your skin color is, how much money you got, where you live at, where you don't live at, what you can afford, what you can't afford. I can afford everything, anything that I put my mind to. I have no fear. I have no lack. Repeat that. Let it become a mantra. I'm going to show you how great I am. Get bold with it. Get buck with it. When you're looking yourself in the mirror, and I'm going to show you just how great I am. Remind yourself of that. When you get down on yourself, because you will get down on yourself, remember, how powerful are you? How great are you? Let's see here. What I'm learning about myself on this YouTube journey, on this entrepreneurship journey, is I'm learning that I've been such a slouch for most of my life. And somebody else might look at me and my situation and say, I wish I could be you. But when you know just how powerful you are and what you're capable of, reality sets in because you realize how much time you wasted. There used to be a time in my life when I used to go out with my boy Angel a couple of times a week. We used to go out from Thursday to Sunday, all the way until like Monday morning, early hours. So, Thursday through Sunday, just pissing away money, drinking money. I mean, when you're constantly just in a state of drunkenness all day, your inhibitions are lowered, and you're just making terrible decisions. And I made some terrible decisions. I've also made some great decisions, you know. I've always had a hustle and a gumption about myself, but at the same time, I wasted so much time. So realizing what I'm doing right now is going through the flow of challenging myself just to continue to be great every day. And I'm realizing, like, man, when you really put, effort into something and you continue to show up, it works. You just got to continue working the system and working your process and documenting accordingly so that you have feedback to go get. And you can see the ups, the downs, the in-betweens. All you got to do is just keep going. That's what I'm learning about myself. And I'm excited to keep learning. I'm excited to see what this YouTube channel. Every time I get more watch time hours, more likes, more comments on the video, even subscribers. I've been stuck at 7 subscribers for a couple of the days now. But then I keep telling myself, it's only 15 days into the new year. Like, I'm well beyond most people. I posted 15 videos of myself and just dropped it into the universe. And I still can't believe I did it. But I'm here. I did it. And that's the point I'm trying to make. Anything is possible, y'all. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. As cliche as that sounds, it's the truth. Let's see here. We got one more. I need you to reframe your struggle. I need you to reframe your peace, your space. It's not, I can't do it. It's how can I do it? Reframe everything. When you get that negative self-talk, reaffirm it with positive talk. Shut down the bitch voice and show them how much of a boss you is. Stand up to yourself and see just how far you get. You heard? As I always tell y'all, take what you want, leave what you don't. I love y'all, and I just want y'all to continue to be your best version of yourselves. Thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for walking with me. Take what you want, leave what you don't, and I'll see y'all in the next one tomorrow. Love. Peace, squad.